I'm going to be honest with you guys. I almost didn't react to any other K-pop because there's a certain subsect of fans within the K-pop fanhood that are just ugly, brutal, mean, spiteful people. Guys, I have had hateful emails sent to me. I've had the Apata video literally removed from a copyright strike because people complained about it. I've had to appeal it. I've got people telling me, hey, if you like rock guitar, you should listen to Taylor Swift instead. Even though I respond politely, telling them, hey, I see you're being rude to me, but I still hope you have a blessed life. Thank you for leaving a comment. Even with that, I have people, when I respond politely to people, they go and delete the comments. So it's like there's no winning whatsoever. If you disagree, and I'm talking to you, Who's I 1563, why are you so brave to leave a comment and then delete it when I respond politely? I feel like it is people like you that make Blink look bad. And I think that you are the reason a lot of people have problems with your favorite band. You literally take an artist group that is super good, super talented, and super kind of inspiring for what they've been through, and you literally demean them by being rude to other people. And I say that for anybody. Not everybody has to agree with your opinions. And further than that, I think if everybody agrees with your opinions, you're just kind of living a fake life. If you want to be in an echo chamber, go watch a different reactor. But don't make the artists that you claim to love so much look worse because somebody disagrees with your opinion. Guys, for those of you that have been polite to me and kind and heard me trying to have an open mind and explaining like, guys, I like guitars, I like rock. Thank you for giving me suggestions like Rosé covering Don't Look Back in Anger. It is genuinely people like you in the comments that have made me decide I wanted to keep digging into this. And if you should happen to see negativity in the comments, all I ask is that you respond positively and kindly. I do not want there to be any more drama than I've already caused by having a slightly different opinion. But before I hit the play button, it's just very important to me that you know that you are awesome, that you are valuable, that you are important, that you matter, that you are deserving of love, and that I am abundantly grateful for even a moment of your time. And I say that to the trolls too. Even if you're here hating me, I still love you and I still pray that you have a blessed life. And I very much hope that you are willing to sit with me as we react to Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis being covered by Rosé. Guys, here we go. It's one of my all-time favorite songs, too. I like that it's really low-key.
Slip inside the eye of your mind. Don't you know I might find a better place to play? You said that you've never been all the things that I've seen slowly fade away.
She's doing a really good job.
So I started a revolution from my way. 'Cause you said the brains I had went to my head. Step outside, the summertime was in blue. Stand up beside the fireplace. Take that look from off your face. You ain't ever gonna burn my heart out.
I'm pausing it right there just because that's before the part gets really big. I love this arrangement. And again, every time I see Rosé, I break a sweat because how pretty she is. But especially in this context, I genuinely think that this is maybe the most attractive I've seen her as far as appearance goes, because she's not over the top dolled up for a music video. She's just chilling there with a t-shirt and a sweater, like being comfortable in the studio, playing a song with a dude that's playing a guitar. And I love that. I like that the arrangement is super laid back. It's not overly produced whatsoever. It doesn't even really sound like the dude's plugged into an amp. It sounds like he just plugged his guitar in, ran it through maybe a slight reverb, and then just plugged it into the soundboard. And it sounds like she is literally singing into the microphone. And I don't think you're hearing it from the soundboard. I think you're hearing it from the speakers by the soundboard through the cameras. And that, to me, adds a special level of dynamic to the performance, which makes it kind of have this like clothes brushing up against each other sort of vibe, right? Like, it's better than a cell phone recording, but it's worse than a studio recording. And that's really cool to me. Because, again, there still is an element of sound control to me, as best I can tell, but it doesn't sound like this has been overly produced whatsoever. Like, kind of like they just hit record and then stopped recording, and they didn't bother mixing and mastering it. They just let good enough be good enough, and I love that. So I'm going to go back a little bit just before they get into the chorus.
Stand up beside the fireplace. Take that look from off your face. You ain't ever gonna burn my heart out.
She killed that part too. Just the soft vibrato in her voice.
So Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as we're walking on by.
It's really good. Even further, I think I'm right. I'm seeing one channel, two channel, and then a stereo channel. I think you're literally seeing one input, her input, both inputs, like in a left and right ear setting. I really think that this is as minimal as you can get for a nice studio.
All signs away. Don't look back in anger. I heard you say. Take me to a place where you go, where nobody knows if it's night or day.
I like that she's also, she doesn't have to go into, like, Noel and Liam, like, when you hear Noel sing this song, for example, like, he has to get way big and back off the mic, where she's got the ability to just kind of do it between, like, chest and head. She doesn't have to, like, push to where her neck is, like to get the song out. And trust me, Noel Gallagher is one of those artists that I'm gonna always have, like, an affinity for. But to hear her delicately cover this, like, it's just very unique, because I feel like Noel has a much bigger kind, I don't want to say brooding presence, but maybe a more boisterous presence in his delivery, whereas this is kind of delicate, right? Like, it is such a worthy cover because she's singing the way it should be sung, but she's doing it with her own pizzazz and kind of like, it really is a beautiful thing. Honestly, I would love to hear her do this with an acoustic guitar and, like, a room with some nice microphones, just because I think the presence is totally different, but this vibe is super nice.
Please don't put your life in the hands of a rock and roll band. Throw it all away. I'm gonna start a revolution from my head. 'Cause you said the brains I had went to my head. Step outside, summertime is in bloom.
I just want a lot more tones out of that guitar. I want it to have a fuller sound, but she sounds so good.
From off your face, 'cause you ain't never gonna burn my heart out. So Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as she's walking on by.
Her vocal control. In this context, I just really do love her vocal control so much more, because you hear so much more characteristic to it, right? Like, in the Blink songs I've heard, and even in Apata, there is such a level of overproduction, and maybe not overproduction. There's just such a high level of production. It's so edited, it's so mastered and mixed that it almost lacks a little bit of it almost sounds kind of like machine made instead of human made. And in this context, this is purely just human made. Like a person who loved a song and loves to sing sang with a person who loves to play and play music on his guitar. And there's just a special dynamic about that you don't see in the really big bangers in the same way. I like the intimacy provided by music. And in this context, in the song that means so much to me, to see that intimacy and then see it being treated as a worthy cover, just beautiful. I love that she added her own little character to that. That was so good.
Don't look back in anger. Don't look back in anger. I heard you say. Please not today.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I almost didn't listen to that because people were mean. Literally. Oh. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that. I almost didn't listen to that song because people were mean. That's so crazy to me. It's nuts to me that you can have that much talent and the fan base can scare people away because they're rude. Guys, Rosé is literally off the charts level good. Especially just, again, in her ability to take a song that is so massively well known and make it her own while still paying tremendous homage. I'm really impressed. It's very difficult to cover one of somebody's favorite songs and that person like it. And I think that if Noel heard this song, he would have a whole lot of good things to say about it. And that man is not an easy man to please. Believe you me. Not that I know. It's just what I hear. Anyways, guys, I digress. I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the positivity you show both to me and to one another. If you are one of those people that shows positivity both to me and to one another, continue to be the best. And until I see you next, be introspective and consider the birds. And know that I love you even if you hate me. So, there. Goodbye.